While climate change is usually understood as an environmental issue, it also has many social, ethical, and political implications. So in this video, we will look at the social impacts of climate change and how climate finance helps mitigate these social issues. We will be covering the following aspects of climate change: common but differentiated responsibilities between countries, gender, and the just transition. We recognize that some countries, industries, businesses, and individuals gained prosperity through substantial greenhouse gas emissions in the past, and that many people who are most vulnerable to climate change have contributed the least to the problem. The Paris Agreement was the first climate treaty to include the concept of climate justice, which calls for those who have responsibility for climate change to assist those who are impacted by it. The Paris Agreement includes the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities. This means that while there's a duty on all countries to take climate action, the types of action they take will depend on their differing national circumstances. For example, while many countries have set net zero targets, the rate of decarbonisation may differ between developed and developing countries. The Paris Agreement also reaffirms that developed countries should take the lead in providing finance for climate action to developing countries. There is no doubt that the energy transition will bring significant opportunities. According to the International Labour Organization, changes in production and use of energy to reach the goals of the Paris Agreement could create 18 million jobs in the world economy. Meanwhile, restoring biodiversity will create green jobs within existing sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, and research and development. Within countries, climate change impacts people differently. One group that is disproportionately affected by climate change is women, especially in developing nations. For example, women and girls are typically responsible for agriculture and securing food, water, and fuel. During periods of drought and erratic rainfall, women can face difficulties securing income and resources for their families. However, involving women in leading, designing, and implementing climate solutions has been shown to be more effective, and the inclusion of women at every level is essential for an effective net zero and resilient transition. Climate action can be made more effective by addressing gender inequality. The 2X criteria are the global industry standard for gender lens investing and can be used by fund managers to track female participation across the value chain. Investments under the 2X challenge now total nearly $33.6 billion. Another social implication of climate change is the impact on people working in carbon-intensive industries, such as coal mining or the industrial sector, who now face risks to their livelihoods because of the transition to a low-carbon economy. The just transition is the transition to net zero and resilient economies in a way that is fair and inclusive, creating decent work opportunities and leaving no one behind. Place-based impact investing and just energy transition partnerships are two examples of investment strategies that have a regional focus and can contribute to climate justice and a just transition. Place-based impact investing is focused on a particular region, such as a coal-dependent region, for example, certain states in the east of India. Just energy transition partnerships are financing mechanisms set up for South Africa, Vietnam, Senegal, and Indonesia to provide investment to move away from coal and fossil fuel-based energy systems while addressing social consequences. South Africa's Just Energy Transition Partnership has a strong social element, including alternative job creation and training for affected workers. For example, by reskilling mine workers for other sectors, including agriculture or tourism. Climate finance deployed in a thoughtful way is key to addressing the social aspects of the transition and reaching net zero and resilient economies.